This is the EZPrep Plus. It's our newest semi-automated system with positive pressure pumping of solvents. So it's the best of both of our EZPrep product, which is very familiar and popular, and it's a semi-automated system. And the system to the left, the EZPrep Plus part of it, the positive pressure pumping system, is based on the best of our PowerPrep type pumping system. So the system consists of 6 pumps to deal with your 6 column chemistries, or 6 cleanups that are going to happen. Those cleanups can be dioxins and PCBs, PBDEs, PAHs, organochlorine pesticides, and extractable petroleum hydrocarbons. These we have nitrogen here to push the solvents through the columns, and again we have these pumps here similar to the PowerPrep for doing positive pressure cleanup. So the next step, we will show you unpacking the columns. So these are the same columns that are used for the EZPrep and the PowerPrep and the EP110. So all the columns are the same. So it uses the same columns for the cleanup. So we're going to show doing the EPH, extractable petroleum hydrocarbons. So this is a 6-gram neutral silica column. So we're loading the columns onto the stage 1 manifold, and you can see very simply with luer fittings. There's a luer fitting on the bottom of the column and a luer fitting on the top. And that's where your solvents for conditioning and elution are going to come from. Now we're going to start the conditioning with DCM.
30 mil.
30 mils. We'll start the conditioning with 30 mils of DCM. And that's set at a flow rate of 5 mils per minute. And on the right, you can see we're monitoring the pressure of each channel and pump. And here you can tell how much solvent has been dispensed for the total run. Okay, so this is going to wrap up the methylene chloride DCM, and now we're going to select solvent 1, which is hexane conditioning at 30 mils, 5 mils per minute, and we're going to start that and run that. So each step you have to select the solvent and the steps, and then hit start to run that step. Okay, now that we're done with the conditioning process, we're going to remove the columns from the stage 1 manifold and put them onto the stage 2, which is where our fractionation is going to happen. We're then going to tighten down the base so that it's no longer spinning, as we spin it around to do stage 1 and stage 2. And then we're going to put the samples onto the columns to begin the fractionation. So we do that by attaching the luer fittings again, and we'll do all 6 of those. Now we're opening the stopcocks to allow the solvent and the sample be loaded onto the column. So once we open these all up, we're going to now select the nitrogen, and we're going to load the samples using nitrogen. See, it loads it nicely. We're going to watch it. See, it's all loaded on now, and we're going to stop it. Now we're going to use hexane to elute the first fraction. Set the flow to 5 mils per minute and 10 mils of hexane to get off our aliphatics. And now it's going to start to pump. Do you see that? Okay. Now it's doing the fraction 1 elution. And as you can see, it's going directly into the 50 mil concentration tubes, which go directly into our SuperVap concentrator for evaporation. Now that's stopped, and we're going to use, now we're going to push with nitrogen again. Now we're going to stop it. Now we're going to change it to the aromatic, which is going to be methylene chloride. So as you can see, we're moving it into the back. Now we're going to select solvent 2, which is 3, which is your DCM. Program it 5 mils per minute, 10 ml.
35. Do 35.
5 mils per minute, 35 mils of DCM.
Yeah.
The aromatic. Now we're going to purge the final volume with nitrogen into the aromatic fraction. we're going to stop the nitrogen. Now we're removing the column. We remove the cover to the stage 2 manifold, and now we take out the 2 fractions, the aliphatic and the aromatic. There we go. Now we're going to bring them and place them into the concentrator. Okay, so this is the SuperVap 12 position, 50 ml concentration tubes. And we're now going to put the aliphatic fraction into the SuperVap at 30 degrees C. There's an automatic, there's a sensor in there on the bottom, an infrared sensor to detect when the liquid level reaches the 1 mil mark. Okay. Next is the, lift that, let's lift that up, yeah. Next is the aromatic fraction. Started. Okay, so now we have the final volume of the aliphatic, 1 mil, and then there's the aromatic. So now we're ready to put it in the GC.